Hi, my name is Dark Matter Wolf and welcome back to the Wolf Stand Up Champions. Today we're going to be unboxing the Marvel Champions card game Mutant Genesis expansion box here. We're going to be adding Colossus and Shadowcat to our collection here. I believe this one and one more is the last expansion boxes that I need to open. If you guys are new here, welcome to the Wolf Stand Up Champions. We do everything Marvel Champions. Right now we're currently unboxing our entire collection, and once we're done, we're gonna get into the real meat of the content creation that I have in store for you. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. We are on a journey to hit 100 subscribers. We're so close, but I can't do it without you. If you've already subscribed and you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you so much for your love and your support. This is Dark Matter Wolf here at the Wolf Stand Up Champions. Let's get to this unboxing. All right. Marvel Champions Genesis expansion box. Ladies and gentlemen, we get to fight the Sentinels. We get to fight Magneto. You get to use Juggernaut. Sorry, you get to use Colossus and Shadowcat here. All right, so Xavier's dream of peaceful coexistence has blinded him to the truth. War between mutants and humans is inevitable, and I, Magneto, will do whatever is necessary to ensure my people emerge victorious. This giant-sized 273 card expansion introduces the X-Men and their deadly adversaries, the Marvel Champions. The card game Mutant Genesis comes with 5 all-new interconnected scenarios that immerse you in the X-Men battle to protect a world that hates and fears them. Will you prevent humans and mutants from going to war, or will the Mutant Genesis mark the end for both species? 5 new scenarios: Sabretooth, Sentinels, Master Mold, the Brotherhood, and Magneto. Let's go ahead and crack this open and get started on the unboxing. Okay. Let's get it. So excited for this, because then I'll have pretty much my whole collection open, and my deck building will go in like to crazy level. I did a deck building live stream not too long ago. It was so much fun. I broke my brain doing it, but I'll leave the link down below for my Twitch channel. I'll do all live deck building there, or most of my deck building there. But if you want to join, go ahead and check it out, and maybe I'll see you there. And here we go, the Marvel Champions card game. Get rid of this. Okay. Colossus. Awesome. So we'll put the box where the box goes with all the other boxes. I got all the boxes down there on my little bookshelf there next to my Legos and stuff. My wife's Legos. But here we got Colossus, Shadowcat, this is Operation Tolerance, Sabretooth, Magneto. Okay, so I think it starts with Sabretooth, right? And then we're gonna go to this here and then this, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so maybe that's how it works, but we'll put that off to the side here. Let's check out this book real quick. Featured keywords: hinder, patrol, permanent, piercing, ranged, setup, stalwart, steady, teamwork traits, and Team Up, Villainous, and Victory X. Okay. Here we go. This is the Scenario 1, Scenario 2, Project Wide Awake, Campaign Setup, Master Mold, Campaign Instructions, Scenario 4, Mansion Attack, and then Campaign Instructions here. And then we have Scenario 5, Magneto, Campaign Instructions. And all right, so I will be doing a campaign run through with my buddies. I'm trying to set that up. It's gonna be a 4-player campaign mode, but I'm working on getting the filming environment ready for you guys. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. But we're here for an unboxing today, so let's go ahead and get to the unboxing. I'm very excited for Colossus. Colossus is one of the top cool X-Men. I mean, come on, he's made out of steel, titanium steel. Like, you know, he was always like the big guy. It's like, all right, here comes Colossus. I got this, don't worry, kind of thing. What the heck kind of wrapping is this? Okay, I always struggle with these. It's like I don't know why I do this to myself and I don't just, you know, slice it open. I just get scared to damage the cards. The good thing is that these cards don't cost, well, I shouldn't say that because a Doctor Strange pack costs like almost $300 on eBay. But these here are kind of replaceable. Not really. Not really. Not really. Not really. Okay, here we go. Colossus. That is not a fresh pack. That does not smell like fresh cardboard. It is 2022 is when it's released, but Colossus here. Okay, this is going to be his precon deck. Let's start with its alter ego. His alter ego, 4 recovery, Pietro Rasputin. Setup, search your deck for a copy of Organic Steel and add it to your hand. Aspiring Artist response, after you change to this form, shuffle a Colossus card from your discard pile into your deck. Hand size of 6, hit points of 14. He's a big guy. Tough guy. 1 thwart to attack, 2 defense. Colossus can have 1 additional tough status card. Steel Skin response, after you change to this form, give Colossus a tough status card. Okay, hand size of 4, 14. Hero specific allies going to be Shadowcat, 3 cost ally, 2 thwart to attack, X-Men, 3 hit points. Shadowcat ignores the guard and patrol keywords and any crisis icons in play. Cool. We get 1 copy of Pietro's Studio. Alter ego action, 1 cost support. Exhaust Pietro's Studio. Discard cards from your deck until you discard a Colossus card and add it to your hand. Okay, kind of cool. You go into alter ego. You get like a hero identity specific card you need. You get Iron Will. It's a 2 cost upgrade. This card is so insane. It gives Colossus a +1 thwart, but the best thing about it is after hero response, after tough status card is discarded from Colossus, you draw 1 card. So you can like do a lot of crazy stuff because he can hold 2 toughs, and there's ways to like give him toughs. You defend. I believe there's like my brain's already going. You can do like multiple readies, like Indomitable, right? There's that other card where you get 2+ a defense, and then if you take no damage, you ready up again. So you can really ready up. This is really good for like a bunch of multiple attacks. You could also do like a multiplayer kind of thing with this and just kind of like defend for your partner and then just ready up and then you draw a card. So very, very good. Iron Will is definitely so good because you don't have to exhaust it. You just draw. If you discard a tough, you draw a card. Here is Titanium Muscles, 2 cost upgrades. Superpower Colossus gets 1 attack. Exhaust this card, generate a fist resource for each tough card on Colossus. So if you have 2 toughs, you get 2 resource. 2 copies of Organic Steel here. Use 2 steel counters. After a tough status card is discarded from Colossus, exhaust this card and remove 1 steel counter from it. Give Colossus a tough status card. Maid of Rage. When you make a basic attack, discard a tough status card from your hero. Again, you get 6 attack for that attack gains overkill. Kind of crazy. He's already going to attack for 8. -1 tough. 8 damage. You draw a card, Iron Will. Crazy. So crazy. You got Steel Fist. Is going to be deal 5 damage to an enemy. You may discard a tough status card from your hero. Stun and confuse the enemy. That's also crazy too because you can do 5 damage plus stun and confuse an enemy. So you do 8 and then 5. That's a lot of damage there. That's a lot of damage. You got Bulletproof Protector. Discard a tough status card from your hero. Give Colossus 2 tough status cards or ready your hero. So you could even like, you have 1 tough, right? You discard the tough. You have 2 more now. So now you're locked and loaded. Since you discarded 1, Iron Will draw you a card. And this costs 0. Crazy. Colossus is already crazy. Armored Up is going to be Alter Ego Interrupt. When the villain initiates, change to hero form. Okay, so say you go to Alter Ego on your turn to heal, right? Say you have to heal because you have 14 health or whatever. You go to Alter Ego to heal. You play Armor Up. You flip over on the new turn to Colossus. Now, after you change here, you gain a tough. He attacks you. Iron Will activates. You draw 1. Oh my gosh, Colossus. This is what Hulk needed to be. And it could have been a like Immortal Hulk card or something like that. But it's okay. They made a new Hulk and it's Colossus. And I love him. I love him already, and I'm so excited to play him. Here is the precon deck. Comes with a protection precon. It's going to have one of the best allies here. It's going to be Nightcrawler, 3 cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 hit points. Really good because in Interrupt, when an X-Men character would take any amount of damage, you would take any amount of damage from an attack, spend a energy resource, return Nightcrawler to your hand, prevent all that damage. Next turn, play him back, repeat. So he's kind of like a shield once per turn. You get Polaris here. After Polaris enters play, give an X-Men character a tough status card. Very good allies there. We get the training cards here. You can only attach one X-Men, one training upgrade per ally, and only one training in general, and only attached to an X-Men. Protective training, 1 cost upgrade. Attached to an X-Men ally, max 1 training upgrade per ally. Attached ally gets 3 hit points. So you can give someone 3 hit points there. You get Powerful Punch here. Attack, defense, hero interrupt. When an enemy initiates an attack, deal 4 damage to enemy. Kind of nice. Bait and switch here. The villain attacks you, remove 4 threat from a scheme. Never understood this card, unless you can just like tank attacks like this here. This card here, Perseverance, is so good because after you change form, you give Colossus a tough status card. Very, very good there. We get Mutant Protectors, also pretty good. When an enemy attacks, put an ally, X-Men ally, into play from your hand. Exhaust it and declare it as the defender for this attack. So if you have like X-Men allies that come in with toughness, you could play them for free. They'll have tough, they're exhausted, but then you still have them for next turn. Very good there. You get defensive energy here. 2 copies there. When you spend this card to play a defense event, draw 1 card. Pretty busted. You get the one and only Professor Xavier, really good here. Psionic, X-Men, forced response after Professor X enters play. Choose one. Confuse the villain, stun a minion, or ready an X-Men character. At the end of the round, if Professor X is still in play, discard him. Really good there. You get the X-Jet, which is a vehicle X-Men 3-cost support. Exhaust the X-Jet, generate a wild resource for a player whose identity has the X-Men traits. Really good in solo when you're playing multiple players. It's kind of like, you know, who's going to play the X-Jet or something. I play a lot of multiplayers, so it's like I always try to stay away from the X-Men because my friends love to play the X-Men and the X-Force, so I play a lot of Avengers and Galaxy. When I play with my wife and my friends, I'll play the Galaxy of the Guardians, and they have a lot of really good cards. But this is a Mutant Genesis unboxing, so let's stick to that. Shadow and Steel is a team-up card here, Colossus and Shadowcat. When an enemy attacks, prevent all damage from that attack and deal 4 damage to that attacking enemy. You get the Energy, Genius, and Strength. Nice. And then here is Homesick for Pietro Rasputin. Homesick is his obligation. You get Juggernaut as his nemesis, Rampaging Juggernaut. You get Unstoppable and Slammed here. That is going to be his hero, nemesis, cards, and his obligation. Crazy. Juggernaut has 8 health. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll put that off to the side there. We have Shadowcat now. Here we go. Let's go and crack this open. Okay, this was a little bit easier to open. Not really. These cards look a little bit more crispier than the Colossus. Yeah, they smell a little bit fresher. Kind of dusty, but that's a good smell there. All right, Shadowcat here comes with the aggression. So we're going to do Shadowcat. 2 attack, 2 thwart, 2 defense, X-Men, selective intangibility. While you are phase mass form, Shadowcat ignores the guard patrol keywords and any crisis icons in play. 5 hand size, 2 hit points. Alter Ego, Kitty Pryde, 3 cost recovery. Put your mass form upgrade into play. Solid form face up. Phase control. Action, flip your mass form upgrade, limit once per turn or once per round. So this is the phased here. Upgrade mass form permanent. While Shadow Cat is defending, she cannot take damage. Oh my gosh. After you attack or defend in phased mass form, flip this card. Okay. And then here, solid is exhaust this card, generate a fighting resource for an attack or defense event. Response, after you attack or defend in solid mass form, flip this card. Okay. Excuse me. So you come in, let's see, you put it in solid form. So solid form is when you attack, right? This is solid. Okay. So what you would want to do is you'd flip over and then you attack, exhaust this card after you attack or defend in solid. Okay. So you're attacking, you put this down. Now when you get attacked, while Shadow Cat is defending, she cannot take any damage. So you'll go ahead and defend. Now you take no damage. You'll flip this back up. You attack. Oh my gosh, she can take no damage. Well, she takes no damage from... one attack because then she'll be exhausted. If there's a minion, she's going to get attacked. But that's pretty cool. You get Lockhead here. It's a 1 throw, 1 attack, 2 cost ally, 2 health. Dragon X-Men. After Lockhead enters play, if you are in solid mass form, deal 2 damage to an enemy. If you are in phase form, remove 2 threat from a scheme. You get Kitty's Room. Alter Ego action. Exhaust Kitty's Room. If you are in solid mass form, heal 2 damage from Kitty. Pride. If you are in phase form, you draw 1 card. Okay, we got acute control here. After you ignore the guard or patrol keyword on a minion, exhaust acute control, deal 2 damage to that minion. Intangible interference. After you ignore the crisis icon on a scheme, exhaust intangible interference and remove 2 threat from a scheme. Okay, so those are upgrades there. We got 2 more upgrades here, which are going to be phased and confused. Is going to be a hero form only attached to an enemy, max 1 per enemy. When attached enemy would attack, discard this card instead, then confuse the enemy. Nice. When attached enemy would attack. So you can even do this to the villain. Shadow Cat Surprise here. Deal 3 damage to an enemy, ready your hero. Nice. 2 costs, ready is always good. Phase Strike here, deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you are in phased mass form, you may discard the attachment with the text hero action or hero response from an enemy. You got 2 copies of Airwalk here. Airwalk is going to say 1 cost event, remove 2 threat from a scheme, 4 threat instead if you are in phased mass form, and then Quick Shift. Defense superpower, 0 cost event. Hero interrupt when you are an enemy. When an enemy attacks, if you are in solid mass form, change to phase form. Phase form, draw 2 cards. Cool. That is going to be the hero specific cards for Shadow Cat. Here we have the aggression precon, which is going to be Wolverine. Wolverine attacks, gains piercing. Response after your turn begins, heal 1 damage from Wolverine. That's actually really good. We got Magic here. Mystic, X-Men, 3 cost ally, 3 hit points, 1 throw to attack. After you play Magic from your hand, spend a mental resource, choose a non-elite minion, engage with X-Men hero, shuffle that minion to the encounter deck. Wow, that's like a reshuffle. That's a spin. It's a free spin. You play her, you spin a minion, and repeat. Here we have attack training. It's going to be attached to an X-Men ally. Max 1 training upgrade per ally. Attached ally gets 1 attack and 2 hit points. You get Gatekeeper here. This card's very interesting because you attach it to a minion. The minion is going to get 2 hit points and gains patrol. And then when an attached minion is defeated, you remove 4 threat from the main scheme. So you can attach this minion, kill the minion, remove threat. Cost 0, but you have to do more damage. Team Strike here, I really like this. I want to make a Team Strike deck. Play only if your identity has the X-Men trait. Hero action, exhaust your hero and any number of X-Men allies. Deal X amount of damage among enemies in play, where X is the total attack of the characters you exhaust this way. So I want to juice up a bunch of my characters and then play this here, a bunch of the allies, and then play this here and then just do massive damage, and then they stay there because they don't take consequential damage. It's a way to do damage. There's probably better ways to do damage, but that's kind of like how I want to play. I want to play that card there. Toe-to-toe here, choose an enemy. That enemy attacks you, deal 5 damage to that enemy. Aggressive energy here, max 2 per deck. When you spend this card to play an attack event, that event does 1 additional damage. We got Colossus here. We already seen him. It's a 4-cost ally, 1 thwart, 3 attack, 3 hit points. Reduce the cost to play Colossus by 1 if your identity has the mutant or X-Men trait, and then toughness. Here we have the X-Mansion. X-Mansion, alter ego action, exhaust X-Mansion, heal 1 damage from a mutant or X-Men character. Any player whose alter ego has the mutant trait may trigger this ability. Then we have Shadow and Steel, the team up card. We got 3 copies of Ready to Rumble, Energy, Genius, and Strength. We got Permanently Phased. Flip your mass form upgrade to phased. You cannot attack, defend, and change form. That is going to be the obligation. You got the White Queen, Hellfire Club, Hellfire Pawns, and then Telepathic Restraint. These are going to be the hero-specific Nemesis cards here. Shadowcat Nemesis, and like always, I'll let you experience those when you get the Shadows of the Past card, or if you're playing like Face the Past, or I think there's another card like the Third Environment in the Third Standard in the Age of Apocalypse. All right, let's go ahead and open up Sabretooth now. Here we go, we got the Sabretooth pack. Let's go ahead and crack this open and see these villains. You can see it's kind of dusty there. This pack here, but let's go ahead and crack it open. It's gonna be the villains here. I'm excited for these villains. Magneto is gonna be super fun encounter to fight. Master Mold, the Sentinel, Sabretooth as well. I think it'll be cool. I believe he's got some cool stuff there, interactions and things like that. Okay, Sabretooth here, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Sabretooth. Pretty good. It's going to be a set of 1 out of 17. So let's go ahead and do that here. Okay, we'll do 1 by 1. Sabretooth here. After Sabretooth attacks, activates against you, discard the top card of the encounter deck. Heal damage from Sabretooth equal to the number of boost icons discarded this way. Okay, we got Stalked by Sabretooth. Injured Senator. If Robert Kelly leaves play, the player loses the game. Defeat Robert Kelly. 1 completed, defeat Robert Kelly. Okay. Got an environment here, protect the Senator. Here's Robert Kelly. We get Adamantium Claws, Animal Ferocity, Sabretooth Strikes, Unrelenting Savage. And then we have 2 copies of Medical Emergency and Feral Rage. That is going to be the Sabretooth scenario there. I wonder how this all works. So with Robert Kelly here, you have to keep him alive. The first player controls Robert Kelly. He does not count against your allies, cannot have player cards attached. When an enemy resolves an undefended attack against you, deal damage to Robert Kelly. Oh gosh, that sounds scary. But that is the part of the scenario here, is to keep him alive, and Sabretooth is on the hunt. All right, we have here the Brotherhood. Okay, so the Brotherhood's gonna come in with 8. Interesting. Okay, so the Brotherhood is just a modular, it looks like. You get Avalanche, Blob, Pyro, Toad, Homo Superior, Mutant, Terrorists, and then the Brotherhood encounter card there. Okay, interesting there, interesting. And then we have here the Mystique modular set, which is going to be Metamorphic Mayhem, Mystique, Infiltration, and Shapeshifter Surprise. Okay, interesting how you can just add Mystique there. Same thing with the Brotherhood. Kind of weird, but yeah, those are the modulars. Here is okay, this is 24. This is Project Wide Wake. Has 24 in this modular here, or scenario. It's going to be one of the villains. So you got these Sentinels here. They all have toughness. This one has Stalwart and toughness. Oh, this has Steady and toughness. Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3 comes in with the main scheme, Knight of the Sentinels. Mutants at the mall. You get the Captives here, which is going to be Wolfsbane, Cannonball, Boom Boom, and Richter. You get Sentinel Mark 4s. You get Gauntlet Beams, Learning AI, Adaptive Armor, Self-Repair, Mutant Detected, Warn the Others, and then you get 4 copies of Abduction Protocol. Hinder 2 per player, victory 2. When defeated, the player who defeated this scheme takes 1 random set aside captive ally and puts it into play under their control. That's why there's 4 of those captive allies there. Interesting. Okay, cool. All right, that is going to be the Sentinels. Cool. Sentinels look like they're going to be fun to play. Kind of annoying too, and scary. Like, you're going to have to do a lot of stuff there. You got the Zero Tolerance Sentinels here. Sentinel Mark 2, Sentinel Mark 3, and then you got the Energy Barriers here. I don't think there is a modular here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up, there is somewhere. Where? I don't know. Here it is, Zero Tolerance. Operation Zero Tolerance there. After an enemy attacks and defeats an ally, place the ally face down under the scheme. If there are X face down cards under the scheme, the player loses the game. X is 3 more than the number of players. If you're playing a 4-player game, you add 3, 7. So if there's 7 here, you'll lose. Scary stuff. That is going to be the Zero Tolerance modular set there. Gonna go ahead and crack this open here. Not even gonna try to struggle. Just, you know, why struggle, right? When we don't have to. Struggling is a choice. Here we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and open this here. Awesome. Oops, missed the card. Okay. All right. Here we go. That smells pretty fresh. This is going to be, okay, this is part of these Sentinels there. Put that there. Gotta sleeve all this. Then we have the Sentinels modular set here, which is going to be Sentinel Mark 5, Sentinel Mark 5, Sentinel Mark 6. You get targeted for elimination, and then Relentless Robots. Each player engaged with a Sentinel minion cannot thwart this scheme. Yikes. Okay. These guys are pretty beefy too, and they have quick strike. Okay, that is going to be these Sentinels. I wonder if you can play, I mean, you could, right? You could just do, if you really want to torture yourself, you can do this modular set and this modular set and just have a Sentinel War and just play Master Mold. If you do Master Mold, he has a bunch of Sentinels there, right? Or even, you could even do Magneto and have Magneto control the Sentinels if you really want to be horrible to yourself. Or do the Project Wide Wake, because it has 2 Sentinels here, and these are the Mark 4s. These are obligations, treacheries, and then the attachments there, and you can do that and then just add more Sentinels, if you really want to torture yourself. Here's Master Mold here, Master Mold 1, 2, and 3. Oh my goodness. He has 3 scheme and 4 attack. That's crazy. This is going to be the main scheme. Another main scheme here. Master Mold Agenda. Hope you guys can see that in the video. It's not too high there. Mark 8. Sentinel Mark 8's unit upgrades. Stun beams. Master Mold's children. Shields up. Intruder alert. Insert virus program. That is going to be the Master Mold cards there. Crazy. Yeah, if you really want to torture yourself, put both Sentinels in the Master Mold and have fun. Let me know how it goes. Actually, I might do that with my buddies just to make it like a little extra crazy minion spawny. Fun. Here we have the mansion attack. We have Avalanche, Blob, Pyro, and Toad. This is going to be a multi-hero scenario. Then we have the Brotherhood Strikes, the Atrium, the Cafeteria, the Basketball Court, and the Courtyard. Okay, so the Courtyard is for Avalanche here, right? Yeah, Avalanche. Yep. Okay, cool. Awesome. Going to put these off to the side here, and then we have the Save the School environment, Brotherhood Beatdown, 3 copies. We have 2 copies of Groundswell, 2 copies of Immovable, 2 treachery cards of Pyromaniac, and then 2 copies of Hopping Mad. And that is going to be Protect the Students Under Siege. That is going to be the mansion attack scenario there. Cool. This looks really fun too. It's like all the brotherhoods just come, mutants brotherhoods just come and like terrorize the X mansion. They're also X-Men as well, the brotherhood. They're just not in the same, they don't have the same intentions to save humanity and stuff. They believe that they should take down the humans and not let the humans take them down, kind of thing. You know, politics. All right, here we go. We got the Magneto 1, 2, and 3. Oh my goodness, Magneto looks so cool there. Okay, let's go ahead and just start here. So you get the main scheme here, which is Asteroid M. You get Factory Online. You get Rule of Magnus, and then Sabotage Master Mold. Okay, that is that there. You get 1 attachment of Physical Strain. You get M Sentinel, which I believe is going to be a Magneto Sentinel. And then I think you get 4 of those, which makes sense. Give Magneto a tough status card. Wow. That's not nice. Oh, that's good. That's a good pack there. Yeah, that's a good pack. Okay, here we go. So you get 4 copies of the M Sentinels. You get Magneto's helmet, Magneto's armor, magnet bubble, wrapped in metal attachment. Those are going to be all that stuff there. You get 3 copies of Master of Magnetism, 2 copies of Electric Shock Treacheries, Electromagnetic Blast. You get 2 copies of Magnet Shards, 2 Magnetic Missiles. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of treacheries. And then you get 3 more side schemes here of Magnetism Mayhem, Magnetically Sealed, and Seized. Wow. So this looks like loads of fun. Magneto is going to be very, very, very problemsome with, usually when they have a lot like this in their cards, in their deck, it means it's a very good scenario, and it does a lot of ouchies to you. Let's just say ouchies. That is going to be Magneto. Okay, here we have the Acolytes. Yes, the Acolytes modular. You get Fabian Cortez, Amelia Vaught, Senyaka, Delgado, Unician, Zeal for the Cause, and then side scheme of the Acolytes. Each Acolyte minion gains guard. Okay. You get Nimrod here. Bastion. You get Nimrod's Patrol side scheme. Bastion's Machinations. Nano Sentinel Tech. Frightened Police. Oh, this is campaign. Okay, so that is going to be the Nimrod's future past modular set there. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the, looks like campaign. And then this is the Brawlers and Defenders, Commandos, Peacekeepers. Okay, so this is something completely different. But campaign here, you got Frightened Police, Enemy of My Enemy, Find the Prisoner, Surprise Attack, and Magneto's Fortress. You get 5 copies here of Brawler cards, which is Cope de Gracia, Swagger, Brazen Defense, Furious Attack, and then Warcry. Those are all going to cost 0. This is all for campaign. I have not done one campaign yet. Looks like the same thing here, Commandos. A little bit different. You get Cope de Grace, Compassion, Group Assault, Shock and Awe, and then Improvisation. You put that right there. Here is the Defenders. Swagger, Surprise, Heroic Intervention, Determined Defense. Colossus is ball there. Interesting. Bodyguard. That's an interesting art of Colossus. I've never seen him without some kind of Colossus hair. Here we have Surprise, Compassion, Rescue Operation, Mentorship, and then we have Colossus there, Fortitude. All right, that is going to be the unboxing, ladies and gentlemen. This was the Mutant Genesis unboxing. Let me know in the comments if you have this this expansion pack. Do you own the expansion pack? Have you played the expansion box? What's your favorite scenario? Is it Sabretooth, Sentinels, Master Mold, Magneto, or the Brotherhood? I'm very excited, looking forward to playing a lot of these here. Definitely the Wide Awake, Master Mold, and Magneto look the funnest. The Brotherhood also looks pretty fun there. Or no, wait, this is not it. Which is the one that attacks the mansion? There's one that says attack the mansion. I don't know where to put it. Here it is. Mansion Attack, which is a scenario with multi-heroes. You get Sentinel upgrades here, and then Zero Tolerance, and then Nimrod here. So I'm excited for these villains. Very more excited for Colossus. I have this idea what I want to do with Colossus, and just discard a bunch of toughs and just draw a bunch of cards and just like deal a lot of damage with him. And it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. There's I love the card that's in here that lets him flip from alter ego. It's called Armor Up. You flip from alter ego into hero form. So it's like if you need to heal, you can heal, or trigger an alter ability, so you can go to alter ego. I really love that. Armor Up right there. When the villain attacks, change to when the villain activates, change to hero form. There's also a card, I forgot what it's called. I think it's called Ready for a Fight. It just came out, and it's a defense card, which is pretty much the same thing. When the villain would scheme, you change to hero form. So really cool. This is the expansion box here, ladies and gentlemen, of Mutant Genesis. This is it. It's Mutant Genesis here. Go and get your copy in stores if you can. It's getting pretty difficult to get the mutant stuff. But super fun, super excited. Stay tuned for all the content to come. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you're gonna love this video right here, so go ahead and click on that video right there. And then for more of our unboxing videos, go ahead and click right here. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is Dark Matter Wolf reminding you that you matter here at the Wolf Stand of Champions. Go ahead and subscribe. We're so close to 100 subscribers, and it'd be awesome if we can get there. I want to grow this channel as much as possible. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.